Welcome back. And here is the question of the day. Why are habits and routines so important for a crypto trader, or for anybody for that matter? And what does habits and routines have to do with investing and trading in crypto? Well, the truth, friends, is that habits and routines, getting on that, everything is, we need to be boring traders. Habits and routines, they're the armor that protects your capital from your own stupid impulses, right? Someone texts you or you see a tweet about a meme coin that's just launching and you take $5,000, right? That's stupid. And the market is volatile as crypto. Transforming this chaotic decision-making into a repeatable business process is the most important. So what do habits and routines do? Well, one, they eliminate decision fatigue. And what I mean by that, if you have a habit and routine, you don't think about doing it because you've done it so many times over and over and over again. You're not worried about how to do it the right way. You're not worried about how often you're going to do it. You just do it. It's automatic. And so the energy that would be required to make a decision and weigh the decision and think it through, all that's eliminated. Also, the time that's required to make that decision is completely eliminated. So crypto never sleeps, which means the temptation to check prices is constant. And if every decision is a gut feeling, you're eventually going to burn out. So the habit is to standardize, replicate entry and exit checklists. So if you watch us on the live YouTube, you'll see we are saying when we want to come in for a short, what we are looking for, when we are coming in for long, what we are looking for. Not coming in and saying, oh, I'm going to put some money, let's bet long. We have a checklist. Now, the result of this, you stop asking, what should I do? And you start asking, does this meet the criteria of me taking a position or investing in this asset? And this routine saves you countless amounts of energy, problems, and it creates high probability setups. Second thing that habits and routines do, it just destroys, it neutralizes this 24/7 chaos, because now crypto's greatest trap is the fact that there are no closing bells. Now we're trading gold on the weekend. We're trading oil on the weekend. Unheard of 10 years ago. We're doing it now. So without a routine, you're prone to overtrade. Especially 3 o'clock in the morning, you've had a couple of beers, you come in, you sit down, you check your phone. It's when your brain is at its weakest and you decide to start trading. Bad idea. So the habit is that you want to set trading hours and screen-free zones. So we trade the New York City market open. That's what we trade. In the meantime, we have limit orders and setups so that when we're away from our screens, if it does match the setup, it'll create that setup action without us having to be there. And the result of creating these trading hours and setups is that you regain control. So you trade the market when you're at your peak performance, not when the market is at its loudest. I don't trade the Asian markets because in the middle of the night for me. Nor do I trade the market close because also too late for me. Third thing habits and routines do is the muscle memory, building, right? So in crypto, a 10% dip can happen in seconds, like a minute. And if you haven't built the habit of setting a stop loss, your emotions will talk you into holding through the pain and hoping it's going to turn around. So the habit we create is never hit buy until the stop loss is already calculated and set. That means you don't take an investment, you don't take a position unless the stop loss is set first. Now, the result of setting this habit is you stop viewing a loss as a failure and start seeing it as a pre-planned business expense. Remember the shirt example? Now, another habit that's important for trading, which I have gone away from, but I'm starting to come back into it, but it is very important. And that is journaling, or keeping a record of your trades and your investing. Because if you want to get better at this, if you want to get better at seeing opportunities, you got to measure it. And you can't measure or improve something that you don't track. So most crypto traders repeat the same mistakes over and over for years because they don't have a routine for reflection. For me, at the end of the week, on a Saturday, I'll go off and I'll just reflect. I'll spend some time with the Lord, and I'll be in nature, and I'll be around the farm, and I'll just, do a healthy self-reflection, all the good, bad, and ugly. And when you do that once a week, I do it on Shabbat, you begin to see patterns, like realizing you always lose money when you trade after a fight, or you always lose money in the morning, or you always lose money in the afternoon. Like, you start seeing patterns. And the last thing with habit and routines is that it really just helps your process. So a routine shifts your focus from the outcome to the process, right? So with trading, you're not focused on the profit you're trying to make. You're trying to focus on the process of executing a good trade and coming out of a profitable trade. So a habit that we want you to do is called, I call it a market prep. It's like checking the economic calendar, Bitcoin dominated. We have a whole checklist that you got to check, but check that in the morning. I go through a bunch of people that I follow. I listen to what they said the night before. I look at the markets. I look at what happened overnight. And that's my habit before I start trading. Now, the result of that is if I do my prep work and I still lose money, well, I can still say it was a good day because I followed the plan, but it protects me from going outside of the boundaries. So habits and routines, very, very powerful. Here's another tip. Start small. Add a small one at a time. What the problem or the hiccup that the trap that we set for ourselves is creating 10, 15 new habits all at once. And we can hold it up maybe for a few days, but after a week or two, most of them fall apart. So it's better to instill 1 or 2 new habits, get it going for a month or two, then add after that. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.